Good morning, Gemma Sapwell with ABC Local News. Gold Coasters are being warned to avoid swimming in certain popular waterways as the weekend's heavy rains increase the risk of stormwater and sewage overflows. The City of Gold Coast has issued about a dozen pollution alerts with several popular spots, including Currumbin Creek and Tallebudgera Creek, declared unsuitable for swimming. Harry Gordon is Executive Committee member of the Surfrider Foundation, which regularly tests the city's waterways, and says many people were still swimming and surfing at these sites yesterday, despite the alerts.
Certainly concerning, and typically it's recommended that you don't swim at open ocean beaches for 24 hours after significant rainfall events. And within creeks and waterways, it takes about a 3-day recovery period, so 72 hours or so.
The Forensic Crash Unit is investigating a head-on collision that left a Gold Coast road closed for hours on Sunday. Emergency services were called to assist 3 people in a life-threatening condition after 2 SUVs collided on the Narang-Murwillumbah Road at Advancetown about 9 a.m. All 3 people were transferred to Gold Coast University Hospital, where 2 men, one in his 60s, remain in a serious condition, while a third patient, a woman in her 70s, is in a stable condition. The road was closed for about 3 hours before reopening about 1 o'clock. Queensland Police say investigations are ongoing. A court showdown between the consumer watchdog and Coles over whether the supermarket chain misled consumers with fake discounts is being described as the case of the century, with the trial starting today in the federal court. National Consumer Affairs reporter Michael Aitken has more.
The ACCC is suing Coles, accusing it of misleading customers for more than a year with fake discounts on products that were put on to down promotions. The ACCC claims hundreds of items were sold at one regular price for at least 6 months before prices were then jacked up for a short period before being reduced. Former ACCC boss Alan Fells says the stakes are enormous.
It's the case of the century because it affects not only Coles and Woolies, but millions of businesses who discount.
Coles is defending the case, saying price rises were due to rampant inflation impacting suppliers in the supermarket.
A spokesperson for Queensland's peak homelessness body hopes a program linking vulnerable new Gold Coast mums to secure housing will be expanded across the state. The state government has announced a specialist service which will see Gold Coast Health and Wesley Mission liaisons help at-risk women aged 16 to 25 secure accommodation before exiting hospital, with about 30 young families able to be supported at any one time. Q Shelters Jackson Hill says it's one of the most critical times to break the cycle of homelessness.
To make sure that they're more ready to move into something that's more permanent, secure when they exit hospital. That's the opportunity that programs like this provide. And I guess we see them in the sector as really sort of preventative or early intervention measures, which are always more beneficial than just dealing with things at the crisis end all the time.
A Gold Coast private birthing clinic says it's offering more options for pregnant women to labour and deliver. Emily Dobson reports.
Opening its first clinic in Southport, Matrescence Birthing Centres says it will see small teams of midwives and obstetricians work to provide care to pregnant women outside the conventional public or private hospital setting. Licensed as a Level 2 midwifery hospital, the clinic says it will be suitable for low-risk pregnancies seeking physiological births. With no theatre on site, caesareans, instrumental assistance and epidurals won't be offered. Director of Midwifery, Shalanda Ellis, says the program may give those considering home birth a clinical alternative. A Gold Coast Health spokesperson said emergency transfer arrangements are in place for those requiring higher levels of care.
And in sport, a Gold Coast board riding club has been named among the best in the world after the inaugural World Cup Championship drew to a close on Sunday. Burleigh Heads placed third in the surf competition, which hosted 40 clubs across 4 divisions, including teams from Hawaii, Europe and Indonesia. Victorian side Torquay Angels clinched the championship title, while US competitor San Clemente went on to take second place after eliminating host club Snapper Rocks in the quarterfinal. To the weather, a partly cloudy day, medium chance of showers, a top of 28 degrees. Right now it's 21 in Coolangatta, 22 at the Seaway, 19 in Canungra and 19 in Beaudesert. You've been listening to ABC